Okay, so here we are. It's the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes top 10 list. These are the top 10 worst characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Okay, this is 2.0. Now, we did a previous version of this, which was our most viewed and controversial video to date on the LordSkunk.com YouTube channel. So these are our new one. This is our 2.0. Okay, so just real quick on the notes, just give you a backdrop. The most popular Lord Skunk video segment is back for another round. These characters are so bad, they should be taken from Castaspella's house on Darktron's bicycle and thrown directly into the ocean. Okay, these characters are judged on their difficulty to acquire, their excessive gear requirements, and their general uselessness in any facet of the game. And let's just recap what our previous version 1 top 10 worst characters in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes were. Number 10 was Chewbacca. Number 9 was Magma Trooper. Number 8 was Talia. Number 7 was Night Sister Acolyte. Number 6 was, what was that one shaman, or not shaman, but the Tusken. What was that one Tusken's name, Riemann? I can't remember how to pronounce it. He knows how. What was it? All right, got it.
He just sounds like a dog.
Number 5, Cad Bane. Number 4, Coruscant Underworld Police. Number 3, Mob Enforcer. Number 2, Ugnaught. And number 1, which Riemann sold his car to get, Darth Maul, which was very disappointing. So we're going to see if any of these characters make the list again, or if since that time, it's been about 5 months, see if in 5 months EACG has improved these characters any, or if any of the updates that have been implemented to the game have improved. So let's get into the top 10 worst characters of Farm in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes 2.0. All right, coming in at number 10, Count Dooku, the meta arena leader of the spring, has joined the refuse pile by fall. His leader ability is marginally useful in the AAT area. AAT, I don't even know what this means. AAT, tank, and arena, I'm assuming. But you are better off literally every other Dodge leader. And other Dodge leaders are going to be like Old Ben, Luminar, etc. He has no synergy with anyone except Palpatine, and only if he is not your team leader. So he is still despised, but soon to be forgotten. Okay, coming in at number 9, General Veers. 2 months ago, he had a smidgen of value to secure the Empire Mod Challenge victory, but with the release of TIE Fighter Pilot and Shore Trooper, that time is decidedly over. He requires a ton of precious raid gear, and the end result is a character which is long dead before he can impact the battle in any way. Okay, number 8. Wow. Shocker here, guys. Baz Malthus. Number 8, Baz Malthus. How do you make a potentially great character one of the worst to farm? You put him behind a $2,000 plus paywall and make his partner exclusive to the tournament. All you have to do to make this character excel is sell your car and spend 20 hours or more grinding your ally tokens to hold on to your tournament shard. No naps for you, Riemann. So, number 7, Mob Enforcer. A character which is so boring and useless that you forget he is still in the game now, and it's so bad that Mob Enforcer is actually a girl. So we didn't even know. Whoever wrote this guide, hint Malyabeen, called him a man when it's actually a woman. Her abilities give her turn meter and health exactly what a limp noodle of a tank needs. If he, which is really a she, would be even higher if she didn't have a smidge of value as a scoundrel in the mod challenge and credit heist events. However, if you are relying on a geared Mob Enforcer to carry you to victory, you may want to reassess your roster. What do you think, Cheeky Cutie? This is the first female to enter our top 10 list. What are your thoughts on Mob Enforcer? Did you get her because she's a girl?
No, I'm pleased.
Did you know she was a girl? Did you know she was a girl?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
And I have not invested in her at all.
Not even one shard? Not one shard into Mob Enforcer?
She's on 20 of 25, but none of those were farmed intentionally. That would have been a chance.
Fair enough. Coming at number 6, Kylo Ren, everyone's favorite emo from episode 7. Kylo Ren, if only the lightsaber had been pointed in the other direction. Spoiler alert. Kylo Ren is a mess of a character on a team that has no place in any raid phase, in any raid, and any arena team. His farm is easy, but uses up a precious resource, Cantina Energy. You are better off farming any of the dozens of other characters and mods that you are investing in before investing in this garbage heap. There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? Nope. All right, so let's see at number 7 on our list is going to be Coruscant Underworld Police. Now, this may or may not be a woman. God. We really don't know. So this is also referred to as Cup. Cup continues his run, or her, as the worst character list thanks to his unreliable single-target stun, his shockingly low damage and synergy, and putrid base speed. The only good thing you can say about him is that at least he is easy to farm. What do you do with those useless shards is entirely up to you. Coming in at number 4 is Talia. Talia is a healer that damages herself. What a terrible concept. A leader ability which provides the greatest benefit to a useless collection of characters in Night Sisters, even worse. Talia has no redeeming qualities except that you get her for free when you start the game. In whatever form she arrives in your roster, she should stay that way. All right, coming in at number 3, Savage Opress. Remember when Savage was good? Nope. Remember when it looked like he might be good, so you put some time and energy into him, and he was still garbage? Absolutely. He is useless in every single aspect of the game. If you have not unlocked him yet, good choice. Okay, coming in at number 2. Thank goodness Castaspella is not with us tonight. He couldn't make it tonight, so thank goodness he's not here, because coming in at number 2 is Zam Wessel. Okay?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Zam Wessel. If you were unfortunate enough to shell out a wad of cash for this Forgotten Movie Extra, okay, quick pop quiz, okay, for anybody other than Riemann and McLeod and Talon. What movie was Zam Wessel from? Anybody?
I have no idea.
Wait, did you exclude me?
You're excluded.
Darn.
So nobody knows. All right, you can tell us now.
Clone Wars?
No.
Attack of the Clones?
Episode 2.
Yeah.
Jango Fett's little
Yeah,
apprentice. Oh, you said Clone Wars.
I missaid it. Sorry.
The clones were just in production at that point.
You're at the beginning of Attack of the Clones. And it was the big chase.
He's thinking Attack of the Clone. He's thinking Attack of the Clones and saying Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's what. I
Okay.
made a mistake. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. So yeah, so she was Jango Fett's. She was the one that the shapeshifter that dies when Jango Fett shoots the dart into her. And Anakin, was it Anakin or Obi-Wan was holding her? I can't remember which one. One of them was like.
Well, Anakin
Caught
was
her.
screaming, "Tell us!" You saw a bit of
Yeah,
anger.
yeah.
Anakin
Tell
at
us.
that
Yeah.
point. That was
And
the
then-
point of that one.
Yep. And then Jango killed her. Okay, so Zam Wessel. So if you're unfortunate enough to shell out a wad of cash for this Forgotten Movie Extra, you are rewarded with a broken character which relies on a broken mechanic to produce forgettable damage. She provides a possible counter to the dodge meta that has long since been passed by and a sinkhole of raid gear and credits that you will never recover. When looking for a terrible farm, she is a great place to start. But as it stands right now, she's number 2 on our top 10 worst characters to farm in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes 2.0. Now, let's get into the number 1 character. This has got to be just pure and utter garbage. Let's see who we got here. Coming in
Probably
at
Darth
number...
Maul.
Who do you think it is?
Darth Maul.
Darth
He's
Maul.
still-
Darth Maul was number 1 last time, I believe. Was he not?
Yes, he is number 1, and he's number 1 today, isn't he? Please tell us.
Let's see. We're going to find out. Number 1 worst character is General Grievous. Wow. General Grievous. This
Really?
long,
I'm
long,
gonna say about this
slow
one.
farm.
I hate you guys. I
This
hate you guys.
long, slow farm to an unusable character that was terrible before they put raid gear in the shard shop. Now that your hard-earned currency can be used to gear up characters with an ounce of value, this grind is even worse. If you do spend months unlocking him and weeks grinding his insane 1,770 purple and gold gear pieces, be prepared for a character with no role in the arena or the raid. Time and money well spent elsewhere. drop the mic.
He ain't dropping the mic. He's
Well, I mean,
my favorite character.
I mean, I significantly disagree with. I totally disagree with this. But I mean, like that's. I can understand what he's saying.
Yep.
I mean, I ran a rank 1 team with General Grievous for 2 months.
Yeah, but you could have put a different character in there and probably still kept rank 1.
Okay, but I didn't.
But you could have. So you wanted to put Grievous in there because you wanted to carry Grievous, so he's on your roster. I mean, that's fair.
He was the best option. I mean, for that team. So I mean, no, I would say it was a good choice. And
I think this one's going to be a case of just because it's an incredibly hard grind to get, rather than the efficacy of how good he is as a character or not. There's no doubt he has his place in certain synergies, but it is probably the hardest grind in the game.
He hits really hard on. He hits really hard on his basic. Okay, he you know what he's
He does AoE damage.
he
Put health immunity. That's good.
He gets a significant increase to some of his stats from gear 10 to gear 11. So I think he's going to be even better at gear 11. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, overall, he's not. I could see what he's saying. I mean, again, I agree that like he's for the amount of time you're putting in, if you're farming him slowly, it's probably not worth it. But I mean, I think there's far worse characters in the game than General Grievous.
Well, I think the point is that it's not even the farm. It's the fact that now you would what are you going to give up? You're going to give up raid gear. I mean, a boatload of raid gear that you could potentially get out of the shard shop instead of General Grievous. And if you do opt to get General Grievous, you're going to be giving up even more gear because it's going to take an insane amount of 1,770 purple and gold pieces to gear this guy up. So, is he that good? I would say no.
I agree. I agree. I mean, is it worth getting him instead of that raid gear? Probably not. But I mean, if you were able to get him before the raid came into, or the raid gear came into the shard shop, I'd say, maybe hold out. Maybe at some point another character will pop in there.
All right. So any final thoughts on these? Anybody that you guys would like to see added to this list?
Yeah, Castaspella.
Castaspella. Okay, fair. Anybody else?
Castaspella got a mention in there somewhere.
Yes, he did. He didn't even show up to get it.
I would go ahead and say that I think the probably the worst character in the game wasn't even mentioned here.
Okay.
And
Probably
that would
not.
be.
Are you gonna leave us in suspense? Or?
What do you guys think?
It's probably
Who do you use the word? No, Ugnaugh's not the worst character in the game. Who do you think is the worst character in the game?
Bubble Fett.
No,
I'm just taking a guess.
Okay, we're running out of time here. Are you gonna tell us?
The worst character in the game is Night Sister Acolyte.
But she's got so much hit points.
Yeah.
No, that's Night Sister Initiate.
Oh, see, I don't even know. That's how bad she is. I don't even know which one she is. So that's
All
fair.
the Night
I would say the Night Sisters, either one of those Night Sisters, whichever ones they are, they probably could both be on this list. But here's the reason why they're probably not on this list, because everybody forgot about them. Okay, that's why they're not on this. They're that bad that they're not even on this list because we don't even know.
Asajj Ventress should be on this list.
Yeah.
I think
I
all
would say those other
Sisters
two
are garbage.
Yeah, those other two. You could just put the whole the Night Sisters team could just be a slot on here. You could just put the whole thing on there.
Yeah, just the whole.
So why don't we do that for a list then? We'll do the maybe not top 10 exactly.
The top 10 worst
the ranking.
The top 10 worst
of the factions.
Yeah, the top 10 worst factions. Yeah, or the top 10 best, whatever. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Just
okay,
let's just rank them for a list now.
So that's fair.
So
here's our final. Here's our final thoughts, okay? While this list may help you in your general strategy for the game, it was more of a lighthearted bit of fun to amuse us and you, but mostly us. Of course, you will always get something out of playing with the characters you enjoy and want to have in your roster. So thank you to Mal Bean for helping us put this top 10 list together. Thank you for McLeod for putting the graphical stuff in there. And again, this is another TeamSkunk.com presentation brought to you by Mac Media Artists Collective. Boom, baby.